Welcome to our Hebrew class for this week, and this week's lesson will concentrate on Yehochanan, John 15 verses 19 to 22. So let us now begin. First we have our chart with the Nakud vowel markings and useful resources, just to show those who are relatively new to this how to use the vowel markings. So we will begin. And of course we're in verse 19, represented by Yod, which has a value of 10, and a Tet, which has a value of 9, meaning it's the 9th letter and the 10th letter of the alphabet. And then we go through the letters. Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Mem, Nun Sofit, Hey, Ayin, Vav, Lamed, Mem Sofit, Hey, Yod, Yod, Tav, Mem Sofit, Hey, Yod, Hey, Hey, Ayin, Vav, Lamed, Mem Sofit, Aleph, Hey, Vayet, Aleph, Tav, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Lamed, and Vav. And just looking at a few points, the letters that are in white mean they have no pronunciation, they're silent, and we see that with the ayins. Sometimes the aleph is like that, but it depends if it has a vowel that replaces it, right? So, now we read, Ilu. Ilu means if, min from, ha'olam, from the world, he-yi-tem, you were. And of course we see that we've got like haya to be, so therefore it's you were. Haya, it would be, and of course haya means to be as well, right? It would be ha'olam, the world, ohev, it's like a participle, loving, et is a grammar marker, ashir, what, lo. So I've put it, what is for it, or to it, all right? So now the translation is, if you are of the world would love what belongs to it. So now we are going to read it without any help of the transliteration. And we go, Ilu, min, ha'olam, he-yi-tem, haya, ha'olam, ohev, et, ashir, lo. And then we go to part B, and we have again a vav, a yod, an ayin, a nun sofit, kaf, yod, aleph, yod, nun, kaf, mem sofit, mem, nun sofit, hey, ayin, vav, lamed, mem sofit, kaf, yod, aleph, mem sofit, bet, chet, resh, tav, yod, aleph, tav, kaf, mem sofit. Now let's read it. The ya'an. Now in this case, ya'an is the root of the word. So ya'an as a conjunction means because of, since. So we'll take it as since, ki, which is that, ein, kem. Now ein, if we look down there, it means nothing, nil, not. So, and then the kem is you, but in plural form, right? That you are not, since that you are not, min from, ha'olam, from the world, ki, and then together with im. So these two often go together and they're translated as but. Ki im, but, bacharti, which is I chose. Bachar means to choose. Et, kem. And et is grammar marker, kem is you. Since you are not from the world, but rather I chose you. That's the translation. And these are, I've included these so that you can see their meanings. Now we're going to read that as well without transliteration. And we have the ya'an ki ein kem min ha'olam ki im ba charti et kem. And now we're in part C, which has a mem, nun safit, a hey, an ayin, a vav, lamed, mem safit, lamed, kaf, nun safit, hey, ayin, vav, lamed, mem safit, yod, sin because the dot's there, nun, aleph, tav, kaf, and mem safit. And we read it. Min, meaning usually means from. Ha'olam, the world, la ken. Therefore, ha'olam, the world, yisna, shall hate, because we get saneh. Saneh is the kal verb to hate, to loathe. So it shall hate, et grammar marker, kem you. From the previous verse, I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. And we read that now. Min, ha'olam, la ken, ha'olam, yisna, et kem. And now we're in verse 20, which is represented with a kaf, which, of course, after we get 10, then we go to 20, which is a kaf. And then we have zayin, kaf, resh, vav, aleph, tav, dalet, vayet, resh, yod, aleph, shin, resh, dalet, bayet, resh, tav, yod, aleph, lamed, yod, kaf, mem safit, lamed, aleph, mem, resh, lamed, aleph, gimel, dalet, vav, lamed. So we're just making it so the letters become second nature to us. And we begin by reading zikru. Zikru. Now we know that it comes from zakar, which is a kol verb, to remember, to recall. Remembering that often sentences in Hebrew begin with a verb, because sakar looks very similar. As a masculine noun, it can mean male, man, masculine, gender. So we got to understand what we're doing here. And this is a verb which says, you remember, with the u at the end, et, grammar marker, devari, meaning my word, because the yod at the end is my. Ashir, that, debariti, I spoke. Aleikem, unto you. Lemor, saying. Lo, not. Gadol, meaning great or greater. Remember my word that I spoke to you, saying, not greater is. So we will read that as well, which is zikru et devari asher debariti aleikem lemor lo gadol. And coming to part B, we have a hey, an ayin, a vayet, a dalet. Mem, aleph, dalet, nun, yod, nun safit. Sorry, that's a vav at the end. Aleph, mem safit, resh, dalet, fei, vav. Aleph, tav, yod. Gimel, mem safit, aleph, tav, kaf, mem safit. Yod, resh, dalet, fe, and vav. And we read, ha-e-ved, the servant, eved is servant, me-adonaif, from his master, or than his master is how it's translated, if, rad, fu, which is they pursued. If we look at radaf, is a kol verb to chase, to pursue, to persecute. If they pursued, oti, me, gum also, et grammar marker kem, you in the plural, yir do fu, they shall pursue or chase. And of course, in the English, not greater the servant than his master. If they pursued me, they will pursue you as well. And now let us read that. Ha'eved me'adonaif im radfu oti gam et kem yirdofu. And 20, part C. And we have an aleph, a mem safit, a shin, a mem, a resh, a vav. Now there should be a dot above there. Somehow I forgot that, right? And then it is aleph, tav, dalet, veyat, resh, yod. Gimel, mem safit, aleph, tav, dalet, veyat, resh, kaf, mem safit, yod, shin, mem, resh, vav. And we're reading it. Im shamru, which is if they keep. Et, grammar marker, divari, meaning my word. Gum also, et grammar marker, devar kem, your word. Grammar marker, your word. Yishmoru. Yishmoru, they would be keeping. Right, so we know that Shemor is to keep as well, right? They shall be keeping. So they shall pursue you as well. If they had kept my word, they would also keep your word. And of course I've got here shamar, which is the kal verb to keep, to safeguard, to maintain. So, now we read that. Im shamru et devari gam et devakem yishmaru. Then we come to 21, and it's represented with a kaf value of 20 and an aleph value of 1. And we have an aleph, a veyat, a lamed, a kaf, lamed, zayin, aleph, tav, yod, ayin, sin, vav, lamed, kaf, mem safit, beyat, ayin, veyat, vav, resh, shin, mem, yod. And we read it. Aval, which tends to mean but. Kal, all, zot, this. Kol all zot, all this. Ya'asu, they shall do, la kem, to you, ba'avur, on account of. So if we look down here, ba'avur is a prep meaning on behalf of, for the sake of, or on account of. Shemi, well, we know Shem means name, right? And of course, the yod at the end is my name. But they shall do all this to you on account of my name. And now we read that. Aval, kol zot, ya'asu la kem, ba'avur shemi. And then we have part B of 21, which is a kaf, a yod, lamed, aleph, yod, dalet, ayin, vav, aleph, tav. And this is a funny one. Shin, it is. Lamed, chet, yod. This is actually a vowel marking. It's not the normal marking to tell you whether it's a shin. So we have ki, for, lo, not, yadu, they did know. They is the end of it. That's the pronoun. Et, grammar marker, sholchi, meaning my sending one. My sending one. So on account of my name, for they did not know the one who sent me. That's the English way of saying it. And we read it. Ki lo yadu et sholchi. Now we're up to 22, and we have a kaf and a vayet. Kaf is 20, vayet is 2. Then we have lamed, vav, lamed, aleph, vayet, aleph, tav, yod, vav, dalet, bayet, resh, tav, yod, aleph, lamed, yod, kaf, memsafit, lamed, aleph, hey, yod, hey, bayet, hey, memsafit, chet, tet, and aleph. And we read it. Lule, lule, which is translated as if not. If we look down here, lule is if not, accepting, were it not for, had it not been. So if not, vati, I had come. Because we can see va here is to come, right? The di bar ti, and I had spoken, aleichem, unto you. That's of course the plurality of it. It means everyone. Lo, not, haya, there was. Bahem, in them. Chet, which means sin. If I had not come and spoken to you, there would be no sin in them. Meaning they wouldn't know sin, basically. That's what it's sort of saying. And now let's read it. Lule, vati, v'dibarti, aleikem, lo, haya, bahem, chet. And now we come to part B, which happens to be the ata, and now, lo, not. Oh, we didn't go through the letters, right? Let's do the letters. Vav, ayin, tav, hey, lamed, aleph, yod, vav, kaf, lamed, vav, nun safit, lamed, hey, tav, nun, zade, lamed, ayin, lamed, chet, tet, aleph, tav, mem safit. And now let's read it. The ata, and now, lo, not, yuk, lun, yuklun. And we know that yukal means to be able, right? So the yod's dropped off and changed to a vav, so we don't have two yods in a row. And of course the un is a paragogic nun, which basically in this form means they. They shall be able. With the yod at the beginning, shall, right? They shall be able. Hit, not sell, to escape. Al, on account or concerning. Chato tam. Chato tam, meaning there, that's the sin. Because we know chat or chet means sin. Right. No sin in them, but now they shall not be able to escape on account of their sin. And down here I've got your kol, which was to be able, to be possible. Then we have nitzal, is a verb to be rescued, to be saved. But the form here is more like nitzel, which is a PL verb to exploit, to take advantage, or to escape. Right, and we're going to read that now, which is Va'ata lo yuk lun lehit natzel al chato tam. Right. And that brings us to the revision part. And we will see now what we remember as we go through it. And then we have a yod, it has a value of 10. A tet has a value of 9, so we have 19. Then we have ilu, if, min from, ha'olam, the world, he'item, you are, or you were, haya, meaning it would, or it would, ha'olam, the world, ohev, love, et, or be loving, et, grammar marker, asher, what, lo, to it. And now let's look how it's translated. If from the world you were, it would be the world, loving, grammar marker, what is for it. And then we have the ya'an, and sins, ki that, ein kem, not you, min from, ha'olam, the world, ki im, but charti, I chose, et kem, you. And then we see how it's translated. Since that you are not from the world, but I chose, grammar marker, you. Min from, ha'olam, the world, la ken, therefore, ha'olam, the world, yes na, shall hate, et kem, you. From the world, therefore the world shall hate, grammar marker, you. And then we have a kaf, value of 20, and we have zikru. You remember, et, grammar marker, divari, my word. Ashir that, dibarti, I spoke, aleikem, unto you, lemor, saying, lo, not, gadol, greater. You remember, grammar marker, my word, that I spoke unto you, saying, not greater. Ha'eved, the servant, me Adonai, from his master, or than his master, if rad fu, they pursued, ot, me, gum also, et kem, grammar marker, you, year dofu, they shall pursue. The servant from his master, if they pursued me, also, grammar marker, you, they shall pursue. If shamru, they kept, or they shall keep. Et, grammar marker, devari, my word. Gum also, et, grammar marker, devar kem, your word, is moru, they shall be keeping. And if they keep, grammar marker, my word, also, grammar marker, your word, they would be keeping. And we have 21, which is a calf on the left. Aval, but, kol, all, zot, this, ya'asu, they shall do, lakem, to you, ba'avur, on account, shemi, meaning my name. But all this they shall do to you on account of my name. Ki for, lo, not, yadu, they know, et, grammar marker, sholchi, meaning my, the one who sent me, or my sending one. For not they did know, grammar marker, my sending one. And then we have calf 20, Vayet 2, we're in 22. Lule, if only, Varti, I came, V'dibarti, and I spoke, Aleichem, unto you, lo not haya, which is was, there was, bahem, in them or among them, chet, sin. If not I had come and I had spoken to you, and that's the plural you, not there was in them sin. And then we have the ata, and now, lo, not, yuklun, they shall be able, le hit, not sell, to escape. Al, concerning chatotam, their sins. And now not they shall be able to escape on account of their sin. Right, and now we come to our vowel markings and just refreshing ourselves. The bottom line, where we see the letter like that with the dot next to it, it's an U sound, so it's called a shuruk, shuruk. And this is called a kibbutz, so again it has the U sound. This is called a kataf segol, so the sound is se, meaning a short E sound. This one's called chirik, so it has an I sound, chi. And this is a kataf patak, so it's a short A sound for pa. And this is a kataf kamat, so it's a longer A sound. And that's all we'll do with these for today. I mean, we do it each week. We try to remember them. Most importantly, try to remember what they're called. Kataf kamatz, kataf patak, chirik, kataf segol, kibbutz, and shuruk. And finally, we have a chart here, which is to help us with the useful resources. BeetHamashiach.com, very useful tool for practicing. And of course, never forget to do it in Hebrew dictionary, though that may be more a modern Hebrew. But when we're dealing with the Old Testament, we can use Blue Letter Bible, eSword, any of those sources. And of course, these are the values of the letters. So let's just take this line. Zade is a 90. Fe or Pe is 80. Ayin is 70. Samek is 60. Nun is 50. And Mem is 40. So this is just to refresh us so that we begin to remember when we see them, the values of them. And I just hope that you are blessed by going through these lessons. They're there to encourage you to keep driving forward and keep gradually learning more. And given time and practice, you'll discover that you'll find it rather easy to read. And then more than that, you have to build up comprehension. And that's what we're doing. So we just want to wish you a Shavua Tov. Have a good week. And we hope to see you again. Bye.